Raid the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times. Is this the hardest achievement in Final Fantasy XIV? Well, no. But at one time I wondered if it might be, and the quest to find that out led me down a path of suffering I never expected. Hi, I'm Cider Spider, and I play Final Fantasy XIV. I'm out to obtain as many of these arbitrary achievement points as I possibly can, because according to certain third-party websites, they make my EP larger. In service of this, I embarked upon a legendary quest to raid the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times. Now, not just any old adventurer can raid the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times, and here's why. In order to raid the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times, you must first embark upon the fantastic journey of Dragon Skin Maps. Now, Dragon Skin Maps are like most other maps and can be gathered at a rate of 1 per 18 hours per character, meaning realistically you're just going to buy them off the market board anywhere from 30 to 60k. Alas, the game only lets you have one active map at a time, so unless you want to run back and forth constantly, you've got to get savvy. So you decipher one right away, slap another in your inventory, hide a third inside your chicken, and the TSA is none the wiser. Perfect. So, you've deciphered your map and it gives you a location. Congratulations! This is the point in one of the Heavensward zones that you now have to fly out to, and luckily it's as far away from an aetherite as possible so you can really take in the sights. You pull up to your destination and dig for the treasure by waving your hand and looking around. I don't know. And that's it, right? Free treasure? Nah, a bunch of unsynced level 60 monsters show up once you try to open it, but since you're already level 90, you just curb stomp them and clear the area. Great job! So you open your crap box and get some crystals you can't carry and a few crafting materials that no one will ever buy at a reasonable price. Congratulations, you're done. But wait a minute, how is this going to help me raid the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times? Well, actually it's not. If you're a dweeb and a failure and bad at cooking, then you'll notice that opening your treasure chest didn't spawn any portals. Incidentally, the only way to get to the Aquapolis is through a portal that's randomly spawned by opening this chest. And since it's purely luck-based, you could find yourself going several chests in a row with no portal. But if you're a buff Chad with a big EP, like me, obviously, then you'll usually get a portal here, and that'll be swell. So you get your treasure, you've got your portal, and you're ready to raid the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times. You enter the portal. Now, the Aquapolis isn't exactly labyrinthine. You walk down a hallway that ends in a room. In the middle of that room is a treasure chest, and on the outsides are cages full of angry-looking dude bros who are tired of waiting for their turn on the squat rack. You attempt to open the crap box, and oops, here come all those bros of dude. It's no big deal though, because you're level 90 and oh, snap! Turns out the interior of this dungeon is synced content, and it's synced to level 60, the max for Heavensward. Raiding the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times just got a whole lot more complicated. While all tanks after Endwalker are legendary super chads, modern-day Heavensward is like the awkward teenage phase where you've got pubes on your chin and also balls on your chin because you're not soloing this shit. Allegedly something called Blue Mage can solo, but you're not about to level that. Blue Mage players are weird. So the next best thing is to leverage the power of your massive EP and scam 3 to 7 of your Twitch followers into raiding the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times with you. You corral your merry band of goobers, and with each of you taking 3 maps per trip, you're popping chest after chest after chest, but since most of them can't cook, you only occasionally see that blue raspberry portal. Alright, you finally got back to the Aquapolis and you're 8 chads strong. You're ready to dominate the entire gym and not return a single plate weight. You touch the box, your chad force grand slams every mob in the arena, and at long last, you open your crap box. Now, since you brought all these other punks along to raid the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times, you're gonna have to make it worth their while somehow. And the only way to do that while keeping your shirt on is to let them all roll on the loot dungeon style. After all, you gotta ensure the most fair and balanced distribution of that sweet, sweet, purified coke. So if you're the type of plebeian that reads your text chat, you'll have noticed that the crap box had more than just crap inside. Congratulations! You also find an intangible key that will allow you to, that's right, progress into a deeper room in the Aquapolis. But in your heart of hearts, you know it can't be that simple. According to the text, you've only found one key. But there are 2 doors! You know you have to choose one. Which will it be? Which one, pleb? Which door? Left. But the door slams shut. It locks extra tight. The room turns red and an alarm starts playing. You see a loading wheel creep into frame and secret disco party. Just kidding. You chose the correct door after all. See, the door can open in 3 different ways. It will either simply open and let you pass, close first and then open, or close first, lock, sound the failure alarm, and then open. This means that only about 1/3 of the time will the correct door open without faking you out. Enjoy being trolled constantly until you're dead inside and devoid of all feeling and will to live. Righto, now we race down another hallway and find ourselves in a room not unlike the last. We are now one step closer to raiding the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times. The box, the cages, the doors, all very familiar. From here on out, each room works exactly like the last, so you probably don't need much of an explanation. Just keep an eye out for random Argus or Goblin spawns, which will drop extra loot coffers if you kill them fast enough. Bastards. So you open the crap box, you get the crap key, you prepare to open another crap door. It slams shut, it locks, alarms play, the loading wheel creeps into the corner of your screen. Just another troll, right? The screen fades to black. Welcome back to the overworld, Surf. You've been ejected. 2 rooms ain't so bad though, right? Now that you've got a taste, you're wholeheartedly prepared to raid the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times. You track down another map. You and your Chad bros crush the reps like always. You enter the portal, you open the box, you open the door, you lather, you rinse, you repeat, you're bald. One door goes by, then another, and so on. Before you know it, you're 6 rooms deep in that Aquapolis, and you're about to open another door. Just how many rooms can this thing be, you might wonder? The answer is 7. 7 sealed sanctuaries of suffering. 5 successful coin flips have got you this far, so you confidently reach for the final door. Bam! Ejected! Welcome back to Kurth's Western Highlands, asshole. Enjoy your stay, it never ends. You're pissed. It's been hours, and that's the closest you've been to raiding the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times. Your chads are getting fatigued, morale is low, and even your own e-peen is starting to get a bit flaccid. You're not just pissed, you're furious. You're enraged. You're so mad you start doing math. Math! No one knows the actual number, so you make some estimates. 1 in 2 treasure chests spawns a portal, thus 1 in 2 chests gets you to the Aquapolis. The doors for all intents and purposes seem to be 50-50 and no data suggests otherwise. Therefore, you must correctly roll a 50% chance 6 times in a row. A 1 in 64 chance. That's a 1 in 2 chance to have a 1 in 64 chance at raiding the deepest room in the Aquapolis. Or a 1 in 128 chance per map. You decry your gods, you shout at the heavens, you whine like a baby, you nut up. You shut up. You persevere. A week goes by. Fewer and fewer people can be scammed into raiding the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times, but you don't care. As long as you've got 2 to 4 people, it'll all be fine, you say. And if everyone turns their back on you, you'll train Blue Mage and solo it if that's what it takes. Nah, just kidding. Triple Dryad is the only thing that could ever convince you to train Blue Mage. From here on out, you resolve to prove the numbers wrong. You note every attempt, every success and failure, and suddenly raiding the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times is more than just 20 achievement points to enlarge your e-peen. Suddenly, it's an evangelical quest for redemption. Raiding the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times is now your sole purpose and motivation. Another week goes by. Through the power of whiskey and coffee and whiskey and caffeine and adult diapers, you persevere. Stronger and more repulsive than ever before, you emerge. For the last time, you step out into the sunlight, bathed in its silken gold rays as your hardened face sags, too tired to smile. You set foot out into the realm once more, birthed from the womb of the Aquapolis, a new Chad. You have done it. You have raided the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times. Your data is complete. You upload it to the cloud for all to criticize. You collapse to your knees. Your purpose and motivation now fulfilled, you exhale the last of your very will to live and lay down to embrace the earth one final, sordid time. Goodbye, cruel world. Goodbye. Right then, so let's take a look at that data. What did we learn from raiding the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times? Well, the math I did in the middle of the video was all wrong. The doors aren't actually a 50-50 chance. I started counting after 6 completed runs, so the numbers I gathered are from the remaining 14 clears. It is a very small sample size, but we'll broadly assume that we can extrapolate it anyway. First of all, the portal spawn rate is exactly 50%, with 189 map runs for a total of 98 portals. Out of these, I got ejected in the first 3 rooms about 60% of the time. Now, oddly enough, the ejection rate after room 3 was a lot lower. In fact, it seemed that the deeper I got, the lower the ejection rate became. Going by these numbers, the rate at which I got to room 7 was just about 15% of the time, meaning about 7.5% chance per map. This rate would imply about 133 portals to get the achievement, or 266 maps. tops. Again, this is a very small sample size, so take these numbers with a grain of salt. And so what became of the angriest treasure hunter? Well, having earned over 40 million gil and the shiny new title of Polis Lady, she bought a medium house and life has never been better. That's right, the secret to winning the housing lottery is to raid the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times. But what about the question at the start of the video? If this isn't the hardest achievement in the game, then what is? Well, the Aquapolis achievement is slightly rare, but there's another treasure hunting achievement that almost no one has completed. A task far more dastardly than raiding the deepest room in the Aquapolis 20 times. Something that less than 0.1% of players have completed. Raid the deepest sluice in the hidden canals of Uznair 20 times. If this video gets 2 likes, I'll attempt this one next. Okay, bye!